Now we're getting that ball position, yeah, back in that stance, and we're feeling that drive in there. Oh my God, I just absolutely hoselled it.
Did you?
That's 1-1 now.
I was coming back.
So, feeling that drive in there. But again, the difference in being is this centre point, when you feel that drive, it can move a long way more forward, yeah? So as we hit the golf shot, you're hitting that shot.
That wasn't going to be a shank, was
No
it?
way.
So what? Short game's been so much better.
Okay, good.
So much better.
Yeah.
And one thing I've been doing is chipping anything around the green, thumbs off.
Okay.
Because I get a tendency
Both thumbs off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I get a tendency to get too tight. And even if I have my thumbs on lightly, I'll still go really tight.
So thumbs off is just lost as pressure in the top of the grip, and then you really feel the...
And it helps me release it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I like it.
But not a false release.
Okay. Yeah, so like a good...
And it helps me to bring it back longer. I still don't think I'm bringing it long enough, but it's less here and then there.
Yeah, so less shooty.
Yeah.
More swingy, yeah.
And the strikes improved massively. It's just trying to figure out what to do off different lies and...
So what we'll do is let's do some standard chips pitches where we are here.
Yeah.
And then we'll take like 3 or 4 balls and we'll just chuck like completely different lies here.
Yeah.
I do what I did with Floyd there.
Yeah.
Which we just go, you know, up to a green 50 yards away, chuck a few at like 60 yards out, pitch some in, and just go around the green, just chuck a load of in different lies. It might be a pain because obviously you're going to move that around a bit, but we'll work with it.
I've got it all set up, so...
Yeah. So, go on and hit me, let's say middle flag, because that's your standard pitch chip shot.
I've got a 60. Normally I wouldn't ever have used this. I would always be, like when I had the yips like really bad, I'd be seeing this like gap wedge or pitching wedge.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like, I think...
But now I've got more confident with strike.
Scotty Scheffler uses 60 for everything.
Yeah.
And I think for him, like, he traps a lot of it. Like, you can see the amount of spin that guy gets, ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think the idea is that you want to play, in my opinion, high loft with low launch.
Yeah.
And that's when you can chip well, that's your safest option.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of like trap it, you can get it back in the stance.
Yeah.
And this is where I think a lot of amateurs do go wrong, because a lot of amateurs go low loft and try and help it.
Yeah.
Rather than going high loft, low launch, they try and go low loft, high launch. And you'll see them using like a 9-iron to try and go over a bit of rough. You're like, well, you got a 56 or 60, I can't hit that. Like, well, you can, but you just don't know how to yet. And like, this is where this shot here, I mean, most great golfers or great pitchers, chippers of golf will be getting a 60. So I've got a 56 in my bag, which Cobra this year, I really like. I think it's fantastic, to be honest. I've always used like different variety wedges. I've always tried different things. Vokey, I'd say, is still up there with the best. Yeah. But the Cobra this year's, the 56 is really, really tight in the leading edge.
Yeah.
So it's really...
And that's what I love. My 55, it sits a bit too far.
Yeah, so...
And if it's a tight lie, I'm just like...
This is just sat too far up. Yeah, so I had some Clevelands and that was the same, the 60. Yeah. But the 60 in the Cobra for me is a bit poppy. 56 like perfect. So I learned everything with a 56. I literally, in my bag, growing up, I had 52, 56. I never used 60. Yeah. So out in Spain, it was like, right, it's good because you can spin it, but like you just got to learn. Yeah. So then I introduced a 60 more for the fact I was like, I got my gapping at the top. My gapping at the bottom, I could do with maybe a club that just goes straight up sometimes. But
now since our lesson, moving everything further back, I've started to use more loft.
Yeah, but you will, because you're
launching it lower.
As I spoke to you in the swing that time, like the 30-degree loft is like the perfect. Yeah. I would say the 30-degree launch is like the perfect parameters. But how you get that's up to you. Now, if you use a 60-degree club for a 30-degree launch, if you think about the angle of attack that you need for that, the dynamic loft that you're presenting. Yeah. So the spin loft on that shot, which is the difference between the dynamic loft, and the launch angle on it. So like this kind of thing there. If you can get that high, which for a 60 you need to, because you need to present more loft and lower launch, then, more loft and then like kind of like further down into the golf ball, you're just getting an insane amount of spin. I just think contact's everything.
Control,
so if you're getting higher loft, bring it back, you trap it a bit more. Yeah. You're just leading the right thing. And I don't know, there's arguments out there that a lot of people are like, well, you know, you've got to keep loft on it and you've got to use bounce. I do like that.
It's all confidence though, isn't it?
100%. I mean, you've got to learn how to strike it first. Jesus, I mean, look at Sevi. Sevi was like back here and he would, throw his hands at it a little bit more, Lathabel. But a lot of the
Everyone's
guys on
different, aren't
tour, when you see them, they're never adding loft through the golf. They're never doing that. Yeah, they're very much presenting it at impact. So, yeah, I think get contact, however which way that might be. Someone might be front foot and leaning into it, and then might be back foot and leaving the loft where it is. Yeah. Build your strike, and then all of a sudden you can start to experiment. So let's go on and see a few for that middle flag, mate. Let's hit maybe 7 or 8 shots, and then we'll take a look through.
That's a bit.
That's right, keep going.
A bit draggy.
So go on and hit a few more, and I mean that one is such a simple fix though, and you'll be annoyed that you have done that with that shot. Good. Good contact, very nice. Contact completely different, mate.
Oh, and that's the biggest thing for me. Like,
nice, man. Oh, that was filthy, mate. That is like,
having the hands off has helped so much because it just helps with everything. It helps me turn better, but also it stops me getting too short and then.
I like it, mate.
Yippee.
It was great.
Oh, that was just
club's
terrible.
definitely like more out in front of you on that.
Yeah.
Definitely more out in front of you. Like you're not getting it like just there, which was where you kind of just chucked it outside the line. It's more out in front of you in the right place, which is spot on. Yeah, really good. I'll go in. Mate, that's so good. So the one that because all those wedge shots, just see where they are.
Left.
All left. Go on, take set up. So stay, when you're ready to set up, just say ready.
Yeah, ready.
So you got to be careful of forearm and shoulders, yeah?
Okay, all going left.
Yeah. Now
and
all I would
left.
do, all I would do there is I'd bring ball back, hit it from there. Same action.
So it feels like I'm aiming miles right now.
Yeah, just hit it. So all it will do is it will launch a tad lower, a tad further right, but bringing the ball back will close the shoulders up.
Yeah.
Now we can just close them up from where they are, which is absolutely fine. Yeah, absolutely fine if you want to close them up from where they are. But like if you stand just behind a sec, the way I see the shot, and the way, again, I like to do it through ball position alignment.
Yeah.
I don't want you trying to adapt at the bottom because again, if your ball position's middle when you're aiming left, it's fine if you can really swing left and hit that cut, which is, you can see what you're trying to do, but at the same time, we want kind of like a neutral feel to it. So if we can just bump it, it's only like half a ball's width in a way.
Yeah.
Hit the same shot, you're going to launch it a tad different, and you're going to be a little bit more, I would say, like that one there. You see there's a lot more grab on that there. It just increases that. Yeah. And again, your contact's really good. You can start to see divots, which, again, I'm a big lover of divots on short game. At the end of the day, the people that I play with, you can see in a heartbeat where it's good and bad.
Yeah.
You can see in a heartbeat when someone's going to be like one of those, like the best way to describe it is like a dirty golfer. Like you go out there and you're like, how the hell is he just done that and shot that? But it's just because their focus is so on the simple parts of this game. Like they're not thinking, I need to look perfectly through here, my chest and hips and right foot up and hit my little, like they're just thinking, let's get this thing in, let's get this thing close. So the simple way to do that is maybe don't have the stance, shoulders and hips open, maybe like close the stance up, bring the ball back and just play it a little bit more like trappy round to the right a little bit more. And you can see like how I've played that.
Draw spin.
Yeah, like you can see how I've played that. And again, some people would be like pulling the hair out of that and be like, oh my God, like I don't want to see that steep. But you're getting ball contact. Look at Hovland when he changed all of his chip and he went steep, man. He went super steep. Yeah. And I mean, Joe, I don't think it's Joe Mayo, like he talks about that all the time, where we need ball contact. And I think that's where a lot of the time people have lost that focus in such a simple shot like this. Yeah. And they're trying to do too much.
Because that's where I've struggled with this type of lie where you probably need that ball contact.
Yeah, I mean...
Like out the rough when it's sat up, or anything where there's a bit of grass below, that in the past I've loved that. Yeah. Anything tight line, especially shorter shots, is something I've hated. Until recently, it's got much better strike-wise.
Do you know what? So the guy that I just had out there on the golf course then, he, when he comes to see me at Dudsbury's was like 3 years ago, I looked at his chip in action and it honestly nearly gave me the yips. It was horrendous, mate. And like, he's such a nice guy, but he was like, and he can bomb it like 330. Like, he's playing the 12 at Dudsbury and putting it greenside, mate. Jeez. Like, yeah, he hits it miles. Yeah. But he's playing on such a high handicap because he can't get that strike. Now, like, once we start to strip back all the mumbo-jumbo rubbish around it, I'm like, mate, like, let's just think of how you're going to hit the chip shot. It's just ball contact first. So let's just explore some different avenues of how to find that with you.
See what works.
Whether that be, you know, putting all your weight on your left side, whether that be super lean on shaft, whether that be picking the club up here, whatever it be, let's just get some contact on it. I think that's where, again, people have looked around this thing, and there's too many videos out there now that tell you how to chip. Yeah,
and they're opposing things. It gets you completely lost right in the middle of techniques.
But, mate, the only way to find out how you strike a chip shot isn't those golf balls and up here. Yeah. You know, there's no video that's going to give you the golden nugget. There's some good tips out there, as I spoke to you about, and really good tips. But I think the biggest thing is, like, you need to complement your tips with, okay, let's come out here, chuck some balls out, and let's chuck it in the sand. How are you going to strike that golf ball out of sand? Which we're going to do in a minute. Yeah. How are you going to hit that golf ball out of a hole? How are you going to strike that golf ball when you've got a massive lump of grass behind it and you're on a tight lie? You've got to find a strike, whichever way. So let's hit a few more like that.
Okay.
So let's just think about
a little bit further back. Should we try?
I mean, let's just try and get.
Or do we just try and?
I would say a half a ball further back.
Yeah.
Okay. Right hand. Right. Yeah, they're perfect now. That's. I would say that is perfectly spot on.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. You see the difference? And then,
that was nice, wasn't it?
I think the
difference.
Still
take divot, like you said, but mate, it doesn't matter when you're taking.
Your contact, I would say, is arguably like it's a million times better, right? But I think the game that you play, and the level that you're playing, and the level that, you know, obviously you're aspiring to get to in your game, which is as good as you can be.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference when you pull one 5 foot left from 50 yards.
Yeah.
Like, your averages from 3 feet to 8 feet are hugely different. That's for anyone. Some people might miss more 3-footers than they do 8 foot. I don't know, but on average, let's take this as a game average, because it is. You can hold more 3-footers than you are 8 footers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think if you can, I mean, for me, what great golfer isn't thinking about holding this shot? Yeah. I'm sure as hell standing up to it, thinking I'm trying to hold this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
That's what you want to get to, isn't it? Because then the room for error then is that your bad shot is like 4 foot.
100%. And you're also standing up here, not thinking, do I need to play this with this technique? You're thinking, I'm going to try and hold this. Yeah. And the technique follows that.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Just hit a couple more at that flag. That's really, really good though. I mean, I think that half a ball and that feel like we're a bit squarer there.
Yeah. Same
technique, because that's perfect.
Oh, that was just not good.
That's the draggy one. Yeah?
That is the draggy one.
That's the one
and
that
I think I
would
did that just because it's so tight there.
Yeah.
I deliberately put it in a bad lie there just to test it. But...
So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in something real shitty.
Okay.
Yeah? Now, you got churned up divots, so anything short of perfect here is going to really highlight, and we'll put it in like some sand divots as well here. So
what would you, because I'm thinking if this is on the course, I'm taking it further back.
Yeah.
I'd maybe even get my 55 just because there's a bit more bounce. But let's try with
So
this
think about bounce though. What's bounce used for?
Stop it digging in. So actually I want less bounce than this.
I mean, for me, the sharpest leading edge that I can get on that, and the close thing. So what I do in this shot, I get the ball super far back. I turn the face in to get the toe
like a
out.
little tie spinner.
In a way, yeah, but I turn the toe in to get a bit more contact on the face.
Right.
Yeah. And then pretty much, yeah, I just think from here, like I'm back here. So see where you're set up. So go stand opposite a minute. I do a little down grieve, mate. You can stand on my footprints, right? I'm there.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters here is
contact.
Ball contact. Like, I like arguably, I'll tell you what, right, I hit one. Arguably, like people, I'd hit this and people are like, you thin that. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking at doing. Now, that's
pretty good, isn't it?
Mate, but that's not thin, is it? Like,
no.
I've just taken it, again, this changes, you put a bunker in different, like it changes. But it doesn't matter how. This is where I think so many people are like, well, you don't have to use anything. You have to hit the ball. Yeah. Now, This margin for error is a lot different, yeah, to this margin for error. Because you hit it badly here and it's going there, mate. Yeah. So this is where like getting that thing in a position where it's like, yeah, I'm trapping that thing. I'm just getting all ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd take that 10 times out of 10, mate.
So that's pretty much a tap in there.
But that's the idea.
Okay.
Is that
so way outside?
Yeah, further back, mate. Go on. Yeah, lean that shaft. Don't be then just think like this club's just going to go up, down. Yeah,
just straight up.
Yeah,
and straight down.
But think all ball. Yeah, trap the ball into the earth. There you go. Now again, all is done. You put quite a bit of speed into that. Now for the first time trying it, it's normal that you do that.
Yeah.
Because the first time trying it, like if you look at when I played it, yeah, you gave quite a lot of hand action speed through. When I play that shot, mine kind of stops.
Oh yeah, it's like a stab.
Yeah,
little stab.
Well, it is a stab because at the end of the day, I need a contact on that thing. Yeah, and that's where yours was nearly identical shot to mine, but I'm kind of keeping like I'm not. Yeah. I'm still returning the loft, but I'm stabbing at it. I'm like chucking the club at it, making sure I get that contact on it. But then you get that nice little bit of delayed spin on it as well.
Because you get quite a few of these around here.
Yeah. Awesome. Now look at that thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
But again, how simple is that? We're not doing groundbreaking work here, mate.
No.
We're just saying get the ball hit first.
And that's like pretty much one of the worst lies you could get.
I mean, this is where like this starts to make people like shit their pants, yeah? So like they're like in deep trouble here. But it's not, it's just ball. Because again, you know, I go back, turn the face in a tag because I want toe on it. And it's
got so much spin as well, doesn't it?
It's just a skip. I mean, obviously range balls we're going to get a little bit more, but I mean, even Pro Vs, you use a decent golf ball, you're going to get spin if you're getting good contact on the ball. Yes, there is a point to which maybe, okay, we lose spin, yeah? We may lose spin in an area of getting too steep, you know, the apex changes and all that, but most of the time with stuff like this, you're going to get that little skid. Is that tie spin, a skid, a little bit of grab, run. Yeah. And that's, I think, a big difference there. Yeah. So
let's try another one from here then.
This is a killer lie, mate. This is not a nice lie at all. Get it back, yeah, just like you did then. Just trap it into it. Awesome, man. Look at it. Yeah. But you see how, like, again, it's so simple, mate.
It is simple.
Yeah.
It's just knowing.
Just look.
It's like the golfing IQ thing, isn't it? You look at the lie, and then you're like, okay, this is what options I've got from this lie.
So for me, and this is where I think, again, I suppose, I don't know, maybe it was because growing up out in Spain and, you know, I was lucky to grow up with a lot of good golfers and learn a lot of different things from them. I suppose this is where you learn what they're doing and you're exposed to so many different short games and different ways of doing it, and you kind of go like, well, to be honest, there's no one way of doing it. And like, what they'll do is they'll hit a shot, but usually on TV, they'll use the best technique. They'll video Adam Scott and they'll be like, oh, look at this beautiful golf swing. But they won't video some guy that can't swing it, you know, but he's still up there. He's still playing great golf. You know, Jordan Smith swings beautiful, mate. He does it absolutely impeccably well. But there's guys that are beating him. Yeah. They don't swing it as well. So I think this is where, like, good technique, we can stand up here and work on our technique all day, and we can get, you know, nice rotation in, and, you know, we can delay the hit and work up here and have that shot. But at the same time, when I'm in a pressure situation, how many, like, I shouldn't be thinking of that. No. Like, I should be thinking, okay, I'm in a pressure situation. What I need is to get up and down to win club champs, or to get it, or not even to get up and down. Most people have like 3 shots to win a tournament sometimes. They duff it, yeah? Yeah. It's because that, right, well, I've got to make sure I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Let's just look at the simplicity of this. I need ball hit first, so let's get it back there. Let's let the shaft lean up forward. And again, I'm trying to trap that golf ball and just get something that's on the ball. Now, again, is that strike any good? No, it was horrible. It ran up the face on me, it jumped up in the air, but I got ball. Because I got ball, I got 5-footer. No one else has to know that it was a rubbish shot. Yeah. You have to know, and you will know. But the idea is the fact that I'm still hit it good enough to give myself that putt. That's the difference. So let's hit a couple more from here, and then we'll try and jump in some different lies as well. So let's go good lie now, but applying what we just did with the kind of trapping action.
But just not as far back this time.
Yeah, so, well mate, play it how you want to. Like, if you want to play a floater in there, play it up, open the face. You want to play a driver in there, play it back, shut the face.
Okay, well let's do
But
one
find a
of each.
flight and then follow the technique for that.
Go
So
for the
shoulders.
slightly lower one.
Good man. So if you go slightly lower, bump it back a tad more. There you go. Now just swing normally. There you go. Now that for me with a 60 is like, I mean, did you see the spin on that?
Yeah.
That was filthy, mate. Yeah. Like that thing is zipping through the air. Yeah, that's cutting the airways up there, mate. But again, that for me should be your standard.
Yeah, and that's what I feel confident with now.
Yeah, 100%.
It's more the one. Let's say if we're going to this front right one, and all of this is either a bunker or super thick rough.
Okay, so jump in front
I mean,
of
with
it.
the amount of spin that got, I could maybe.
Yeah,
do that,
I mean, you could.
Wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that yes, if you're going to spin it loads all the time, but you never know 100%. We live in the UK.
Yeah.
Courses aren't manicured like they are in the States.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a bit of a variety. So exactly the same feel, exactly the same everything. Yeah. But the difference in, let's say, a high lofted one that we're hitting there. Ball.
Yeah.
Club. Presenting more loft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ball goes forward, attack
Yeah.
angle moves up.
Yeah.
Loft goes open.
Yeah.
Loft goes up.
Yeah.
If I change nothing else, just hit those same shots and try and hit it low. Yeah. Ball goes up more. Ball spins. Yeah.
Had a lot of spin on, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's going to have, I think, you know, how spin works obviously is how it works up the grooves. It's going to have more spin. I might buy these wedges, mate. That was actually
Did you
quite
like
sick. But like that there is a perfect example of like what people don't do enough.
Yeah.
People don't do like the simple stuff well enough. If me and you're playing a tournament, I'm caddying for you, and let's say you're playing Hantworth Club Champs, yeah? Let's say we're playing County Champs, whatever we're doing, and you've got this shot and there's a bunker there and you've got 20 foot of green to work with, don't be stupid. Yeah. Take the 10 footer past, because the 10 footer past is a bogey. You walk off a bogey, you make birdie down the next, happy days.
Yeah.
You try and be stupid and try and play a little fancy flipper-doodah, yeah? Put it in the bunker, plug it, in the face, hack it out, 2-putt, you're walking off, and you might, I don't know, you could have hit 2 shots in a par 5 just here, yeah? It's like, it's being sensible but aggressive. And again, I'll use, you know, the guy that is an example, but I took him out there on the golf course, 3rd hole here, the flag's 20 feet on, and he's got a wedge in his hand, and he hits the first 58 20-foot pass, second 58 like 15-foot pass, and then he goes, right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, you know, try and use the plateau there. So he hits it, you know, he like missed his landing spot. I went, why'd you do that? Well, you know, because like it's, you know, get close to the flag. I said, you're landing in an area that is not even, like Scotty Scheffler might be able to do that, but most people can't land it in an area like that, from 50 yards especially.
Yeah.
So think about what is the worst you can do on this shot if you go 10-foot pass. Par.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing here. Like, if we're playing to that front flag, give yourself the opportunity to get up and down course. So by pumping the ball slightly up, by opening the face, you're saying, I'm going to hit you higher.
Yeah.
The exact same thing applies with swing. So we still feel pressure left and down, and we still feel hit left and down. Yeah. I'm still trying to hit the shot low, from that position, but the idea is that you're playing it aggressive enough that you're going to take bogey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how many times out of 10 would you knock a 10-footer in if you're putting well, or if you're putting on decent greens?
If it's for par as well, more times than for birdie.
Everyone does that, don't they? Like, I hold my bogey putts, hit more greens. But yeah, 100%. Like sometimes it's that thing. Like, I need to save this shot. You hold it. So a lot of the time, if you give yourself the opportunity, you'll do better.
Yeah.
If you don't give yourself the opportunity, you're always gonna make bogey or double.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see a few more. So from here now, we're opening the face. So we're laying the face a bit flatter. Yeah. Good. Maybe bump it up a tad more, yeah? Then we're still feeling the pressure left, so I want that left knee bend, good man, yeah? And then from there, still try and hit it low. Ah, there you go. Yeah? Because there's no need to change anything else.
It just felt easy.
Yeah, so this is where, like, I'd say the best ball strikers have really been prominent in their like long game.
Yeah.
Because to shape the golf ball, they've had just a simple way of doing it. They've had maybe like a one-trick pony, like DJ was like just perfect, like little fade, little fade, little fade, little fade, little fade. Yeah. And he was like, I'm not hitting draws. I'm not hitting draws. I'm not hitting draws. But if he had to, like, it might drop down a club and just drop his right foot back. It's not like, oh, right. So my pro said to me, I need to strengthen my left hand grip. I need to drop my foot.
Keeping it as simple as possible, isn't it?
Mate, this game's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
So ball position change, loft has changed, still stay left and still try and hit it low. That's what gets you the contact. So there's your one where you kind of stop through it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we stop through it, we get a little bit we're throwing it into the ground.
Yeah.
We're trying to help it. So I would say for my liking on that one.
Short there as well.
Yeah, a little bit short backswing. It was like you were trying to help it, yeah?
Yeah.
So again, in the short of the backswing, because the momentum's not there, then we try and force it. The right hand kicks in, we kick the loft in at the bottom, yeah? So I'd say that the shot isn't actually, it's not needed to do that, yeah? So let's play it again. So the loft in the ball position, everything's good in there. We keep pressure left. Now you've got a hell of a lot of loft on that, yeah? So you know this ball's stopping within a foot, 2 foot. There you go. You can be aggressive with it. Yeah?
And even that one was a terrible strike, but
yeah, was it a bit toey?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now what I would do is I would kind of play more of what I'd kind of like class as like a chip flop here.
Okay.
So this kind of action, it's just a normal standard shot with a slightly open face. So the
rather
way
than going like up there, it's more
and I think as well your ball position, like if you stand opposite, like we move ball position up just to give you the height on the first one.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't be playing it too far up. I'd still be playing it in like a decently middle to back position. I'd just open the loft a little bit from there to give it enough of that little bit of height going over.
Okay.
I just think like for me, being that contact is key and being that you're bad one, sometimes you get a little bit drivey into the ground.
Yeah.
Let's take 10 foot past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you won't have that because your contact now is so good, you're spinning it more. And I mean, if you think about that, I've hit a 55 degree and spun it within what, 3-4 feet of it?
Yeah.
So.
More there. Okay.
So, there you go. Perfect. Awesome. Because it's aggressive through. And look, I mean, I know you hit another.
Well, that's stopped quicker than the other one anyway.
You hit, well, yeah, because your contact was better. So, did you see my super low one, like the first one I hit or something? It just like, that one I hit standing, it was like pitch and stop. Contact gives you way better stopping action, in my opinion, than height. And that's where I think a lot of, again, the best pitchers and chippers out there, they focus so much on their contact to give them control around the green.
Yeah.
There you go. And again, how simple, I mean, look at that. You can be as aggressive as you want with that action, mate. And I mean as aggressive as you want.
That's not even that open either.
No, but I mean, let's be honest. Your 55 is going to launch about there, yeah? So I think, and that's obviously that's presenting different loft, launch, whatever, but you don't need to help it.
No.
Yeah? That's why I said to you, the action of you trying to hit it low always stays the same.
Yeah.
So that one's a little bit short.
Just got underneath it.
A little bit drivey, yeah? So again, the difference with that one, when you get underneath it slightly, I'd say you unload the club a little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
I very rarely would use like a flop in a round of golf when I really needed to.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna do it, like if I'm gonna hit a flop shot, I am like fully committed, all out, and I'm hitting the shot and I'm going, do you know what? I'm taking the risk of going 30 foot past. That's the shot I'm hitting, yeah? And that's where I think this one here, the reason why some people get underneath it, especially for you, you've got that little move in your swing that obviously you're working on as well, where you get that kind of left swipe across it. I think that's where sometimes, again, toe hit in golf deadens a strike. So sometimes you'd love that. But when you're in this situation, I think it's a risk that you don't need to take. So let's go back to like playing this shot as a standard shot, yeah? The high launch one, we've opened the face, you know, we play around a ball position. I'd say middle ball position, slightly open face is where you're going to really find it. But even with a 60, so if I left a 55, put middle of a stance, kept my pressure left, yeah? Nice. Is that not enough height and enough spin to stop it within the flag?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, unless you're hitting onto a downslope,
Yeah.
I just think it's that thing of how many times out of 10 could you stand it with those golf balls, stand up there and hit a standard 60, all over it, bam, 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 and be safe.
Yeah.
A lot of times. How many times in a round of golf, let's take this golf course for example. Yeah, let's think about the first 4 holes. How many times would you be short-sided to a point where you'd need to hit a flop shot? I mean,
maybe on the first in the
but
summer,
even that,
if you miss it left.
even that behind that bunker, unless that flag is 3 feet left, you can use a 60 and take 5 foot past it.
Oh yeah.
So this is like, it's the thing of it's the odd thing of like there's a hole in the trees that big. Yeah. There's the hole there, and there's the hole there.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm always hitting this hole because at the end of the day, that's why I play golf. I want to take on that shot. But at the same time, it's like when you're playing a tournament, you have to understand that a bogey is better than a double, and a double is better than a triple is better than a quad. And I think I'm guilty, just as guilty of it, mate. But the best ones out there, genuinely the ones that sometimes just go, you know what?
Take the big number off.
And again, this shot is a perfect example of us going, do we need to be fancy? Do we need to open the face? Do we need to put the ball forward? It's good to try it because then you know you got the shot. Yeah. So like the county lads that I coach, I'm trying to explain to them that like if you're really good with a 58, use your 58. That's great. Like use it everywhere if you're really good, just like Scotty Scheffler does. But also understand there's going to be some positions where 9-iron is going to be easier to hit. Yeah. Understand that sometimes you do not need to hit like the low zipping 60 degree that makes you like, ugh, yeah. Sometimes you don't need it.
Speciality.
Yeah, exactly. So like sometimes it's just happy to go. And again, you know, I showed you before, and it is happy to do it. Going, I've got that front flag. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bump the 55 back, I'm going to turn the face in, trap it into the ground. I'm going to jump up there. And you know what? It might go 6 feet past, but it's a tough shot. I've hit a poor shot to be short of the green. Yeah. I'm going to take that. And if I get up and down, great. Yeah. It's always good to have those like speciality ones in the locker. Yeah. But I just think
you want
like,
to play the percentages, don't you?
Play me a standard wedge shot that you're playing to the middle flag, but play it to the front flag.
Okay.
Just bounce it a yard to 2 yards off the green. Sure, watch the shoulders. There you go.
Even that one, which I caught thin,
yeah, so you got a little bit quick,
away with it.
A little bit that way. Yeah. Go on, hit another one. You can see that's the only, I'd say that's the bad one that creeps in a little bit, isn't it? Yeah.
But at the moment, I get away with it. It's not destructive.
I would say as well, that is also to do, you know your long game what you're working on with that right here? I'd say that's the same thing because you get a little bit here. Yeah. There you go. Yeah?
Yeah. A little bit thin again, but...
A little bit clean. Yeah, a little bit clean. Couple more. But you see how you've hit 2 shots, you're only 10 feet away.
Yeah. That's better.
I mean, that again, that's really, really, really good technique. Good move through. Little bit, I'd say, like, kind of quick in transition. But even that, mate, like, you're hitting a standard chip shot to a tight flag, and the longest putt you've got is 10 feet just past the flag. Yeah?
Oh, that was just all flipped
so,
it.
Got it, a couple more. So those ones that you're getting there, notice as well your start direction on those shots.
Left.
All your thins have been left.
Okay.
Yeah? So it's where your right hand, right shoulder's coming in early, you're getting on top of it. And look, I mean, you're just steeping it out here. Okay. You're right on top of it. You get handsy with it to try and counteract. So it's really try and feel like when you get that ball position, you know, on that back foot, feel the pressure left side, let the hand sit slightly forward. And then from that position, just let things in the backswing unload. Yeah. Really let that right side unload. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, first better.
There you go. Good man. There. Way better. Yeah. Because it's just where you get a bit quick. And I suppose, mate,
there's still the yips
you've
in
had
the background, isn't it?
2 years of that. Yeah, of course. And you've had a tough time. But again, if we can simplify this motion, yeah, so keeping that club as an external part and me moving and letting that thing just follow me, and then just making sure the ball goes into a position in our setup that I can collect, yeah? So like wherever we go, again, I've put you in some horrible lies, but whatever lie it is, so super, super simple, ball goes back because that's where I'm going to collect that golf ball from. I keep everything moving, is that 1 unit, yeah? If we want to really, really dumb it down to a point, then that's the best way to do it.
Yep.
You're better than that. You don't need to go to that extent. But the bad one for you is kind of when you get a little bit there. Yeah. So you need to feel a little bit more there. But like I said, I don't like kind of shooting too much technique into wedge play.
Yeah.
I just like getting the facts out there that where we need strike, where we need movement, and how to kind of produce it. And that's where you can have a play around. So that was me going super technical and super tense, but the way I'd actually play it was a bit more handsy and flary and trying to work it that way, because that's the way I see the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit more free, isn't it?
Oh mate, way more free at the golf ball. And like I said, I think for you it's like going, okay, we know that there's maybe a little bit of time until we get to complete freedom.
Yeah.
What we need is we need ball position in a place and understanding where our low point works. And then I'd say fluidity and movement is key for you.
Yeah.
Back and through, yeah? Unload, load, whatever you want to feel, but it has to be that everything moves back and through.
Yeah.
So going short one again?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Yeah, that's perfect, you set up there. That's so good, mate. Yeah. And you see how that was just clipped off the turf?
Yeah.
Like that start line is so
transition
much
felt
better.
really smooth.
Yeah.
Just tried to take my time over it.
Try and, I'll tell you what, let's give you just to really mess with you.
To the
Yeah, just go front one, yeah. And this is also how you should try and practice your chipping, because blocked practice is really good, but random practice, is I would say even better for someone of your level.
Yeah.
Just to chuck balls out and find shots and lies.
Oh.
So there's your difference there. Remember, yeah, exactly. So this is, I mean,
I'm putting myself in there.
If you can get out of here, mate, you're something special. So again, just think, yeah, I'm getting into that golf ball. I think that might be it might be going too far, but let's see. Let's see. So
that was a proper hole. I was determined.
Again, you're kind of like
I quit on that.
In this shot, yeah, like you're in here, yeah. So you were going really good here because you were really just focusing on in kind of that position. Yeah. Can you see how I'm getting that thing?
Yeah.
I just
got really short.
I just had to prove that I was going to get. So yeah, it's just like where you're trying to again like help it. So get in that position, get it back here. Remember remember the goal here isn't to help it, mate. Remember the goal isn't to lean back or get any loft on it. It's just to trap it. It's just to get a strike on it. Just focus on that strike, that ball turf. There you go. It doesn't matter how, does it?
No.
Yeah. You're just getting that ball turf. I mean,
good.
You're hitting out holes to 10 feet from flag, mate. Yeah. So then when we go into a position, I'm so glad you did that. So when you go into a position like this, you're like, oh, geez, this is some nice feels now. And again, when you get, I'd say that's where I go back to that standard chip. When you get it really, really good, yeah, we can then start to go, okay, well, if I want to go longer, it's literally that, but just a bit more on it. Yeah. Yeah. And that's where we can really simplify the motion back and through.
Yeah.
You know about me. I'm all about rotation, the golf swing. I love getting it moving back through, moving through. I think the big muscles doing all the work is a key to any golf swing. That's just how I see it. Yeah. Obviously we want angles and all that, but I think a lot of the time when we're hitting shots like this, I don't know. I think it maybe it is important, but it's not as important as ball contact.
Yeah.
Then you can put in your nice rotations to shallow out and maybe spin it some more. Yeah. I mean, you've already got it anyway, but it's to get that contact is super, super key. Let's hit a few more from here. Then what we'll do is, if we jump out on the golf course with like, I don't know.
Do some random lies. And
yeah. We'll chuck like a couple of balls in some horrible positions and some good positions. And I'll show you some good practice techniques. Yeah, let's go for the long one at the back. Do you want your 55 or not?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
You
Nice, very good, mate. Really good.
Got a dutty kick, but
proper nice kick.
That's a nice really strike there. I like that.
Yeah, that was really, really good. But again, do you know what? Like, I'm only challenging you by putting you in these horrible lies and really trying to like play different shots. But
it's a good test though.
Mate, the ones that you're hitting there are so nice. Like your standard wedge shot is getting really nice. And I kind of like that little bit of a fade you're playing in there.
Yeah.
I really do like that kind of motion going through it. It's just to make sure you don't get that one that goes, oh, now I'm starting to get a bit draggy with it, yeah?
That way.
Yeah, just the one that goes maybe a bit too far left. Contact on Louise is, for someone who like was struggling with it, mate.
Honestly, it's been a long old process, but it's starting to get there.
Mate,
it's the thing under pressure, which is the big thing, which, like I said, the thumbs off helps massively under pressure.
Yeah. So I would say as well, under pressure, don't ever be afraid to... Hideki's so good at this, right? So, do you watch much golf on TV?
Yeah, a fair bit.
Okay, so have you ever seen Hideki's chip shots?
He's like really deliberate, isn't he?
So trappy, mate. He is like, if he's playing a little shot here, he is like this. And it's just, that's Hideki all over. That is, but that is literally Hideki. Get it back, trap the thing, bump it into slopes, use the spin, and like, you're always gonna get a
commitment,
bit of,
isn't it? Though,
mate, of course
you know
it is.
He's fully committed to it.
100%. But the thing is, in a way, like
you have to be.
When you get the ball again that far back in that position, is as long as you've got movement through, it's going to collect the ball. So go on, do a Hideki. There we go. Yeah. Look, just ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that was some serious jumping around on the green.
It was, wasn't it? Right, another one.
So you're just trapping it. You're just allowing it to get trapped. There, look at that. And the thing what I like about that,
how nice.
Like those two rather than the other ones, is like I don't like the other ones are really good. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, they're really good. And you're hitting great shots, but they're starting to get a little bit left.
Yeah.
And like they're nippy, which again, nippy's great. I mean, everyone loves a nippy golf shot, right? But at the same time, like I find that a bit more like I can do that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, I think, in the best guys out there. They're doing it 9 times out of 10. And the ones that like, have you ever hit a golf shot around a green that is capable of being on tour? Of course you have. Have you ever hit a golf shot with a 9-iron that's capable of being on tour? Of course you have. Have you ever hit a drive? You've hit every shot capable of being on tour. How many times out of 10 have you done it? Difference being tour players will do it 9 times. Yeah. And that's the difference between us and them, is that kind of thing of going, they're picking, and it's just that KISS theory, that keep it simple. Like, do something that you know is just going to happen over and over and over and over again. Not something that you go, if this comes off, that clubhouse is going to roar. And then it doesn't, you dunge it in the bunker, you go, shit, now I've got them laughing at me, yeah? It's like going, it's that thing that when you watch people on tour, you go, it's good play, that. I've noticed it when I went to the Belfry last week. There was so many guys that just hit pin high middle green. Like, there was some guys that going at the flags because like they were like bottom of the pack on Sunday. They're like, right, we want to move up. But a lot of the guys, like first hole at the Belfry was back right flag, and they just all went like 10, 20 foot left. Wedges in hand, 10, 20 foot left. We're playing simple golf. And that is, you know, from 10 feet, a tour pro is pretty damn good. That's your difference. It's being sensible.
Definitely.
So should we jump out on a golf course? Do a little bit?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I would probably use. I'd probably use gap wedge here.
Yeah, I think good idea.
Just because there's a bit more green to work with.
Yeah, I think you know where you can roll it really.
Just get it running a bit more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like that.
They're running, aren't they?
They're still running quite well. I'd definitely say they're running.
That was quicker than I thought it was going to be. And funnily enough, since our last lesson, I've actually chipped in quite a few times.
Have you?
Yeah. and been close to chipping in as well. That's a bit too
heavy.
far.
I would say that one was only heavy-handed because maybe your setup was slightly right, and you've like dragged it across your body. Like, that's good there. Make the same move there. Like that.
got to come out low with.
I mean, to
check,
be honest,
isn't
the only reason why I come out short is, you know, you're hitting on this green as well. It's
a bit inconsistent.
I would want that ball position again. You know, where I'm going to go with it. So where you're playing it, like there, or even if you're going to have it there, just lean it a tad.
Okay.
Yeah. It would give you a little bit more of a middle strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't think you'll actually lose too much on launch. Yeah. But I think the strike is a tad low on the grooves.
Okay.
Just a tad, like it's a bit skinny in a way.
And that's why you're getting that check.
Check or run.
Oh,
yeah?
okay. Either way.
You had one of them that come out a little bit too like bottom groovy that ran on you. So for me, if I'm playing the gap wedge, I'm playing it a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, like you can hear it like, and then running. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a bit more control to that.
So a little bit further back.
I mean, let's try it. Let's see what happens with strike. Have you noticed that yours are a bit clunky rather than like meaty, the strike, or not?
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, let's just see what happens. It's only half a ball, just like you've done the chip shot back there.
Was I aiming right?
No, I think just obviously ball position going further back, the ball launched a bit further right, and you had a bad bounce as well there, so. That is where, yeah, now you're aiming square. That's good. A little bit more left. There you go.
That was clunky.
Yeah, that's clunky.
But I flipped. I felt.
It was like you were trying to like add loft, weren't you? So remember that 60, how you playing the last tie, you were like driving it?
Yeah.
That's how we're still trying to play this chip shot, yeah?
That's nice, isn't it?
The only thing is, I'd say that the 3 that you've hit, all different strikes, but all similar distance control.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that you had before were just a little bit varied.
Yeah.
Let's move it back to where you had it in the stance now, and let's see the let's see the difference if we get anything.
I feel like it checks too much.
When you move it up.
Yeah, I found this the other day that.
So what I
thought
liked is
I played it how I wanted to the other day, and it came out like 15 foot short because it checked.
So have the ball position how we want it. Yeah, slightly further back. Turn the face in slightly. So it's like you're going to play like a trap draw.
Right.
It will hit the green and run rather than hit the green and check. See?
Yeah.
So you get like a
first, and
you
then
get like
ran up.
You get like a stop and then a run. So I play all my chip shots, to be honest, everything now.
Yeah.
Go on, hit that one.
I suppose if this is straight downhill, that first one's perfect.
I mean, if this is on normal green, to be honest, I'd say the way you played it isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's a bit slower and you want to run it up there, and you do that little drawy one.
Yeah. Well, it's different in open face and closed face, isn't it? There you go.
I like that.
So you can see the difference in like the runner is the turn the toe in, and the stopper is the open the toe out.
Dan Groove says about that, doesn't he? Especially if you're going, you're chipping and you want it to go up over like a hill.
Turn it down, hit the draw. There you go. So you see what you're doing is like you're getting this like run on it. So when you get yours, sometimes you get a little bit, and I suppose that's because you've always played that way, where you're tight here and across it.
Yeah.
It's like if you turn the face in a little bit, you kind of get.
Makes you swing it to the right a bit more.
Yeah, and again, turn the face and you can see all of those are going to react very similar. Where it's that first grab and the run, first grab and the run, and then so much more predictable.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that most people, you don't want to play with spin. Like, play with no spin and you'll be a lot better chipper.
Yeah.
Because the moment you start playing with spin, like, okay, over there, you know, and there, yes, but you start playing too much of spin when you get around here.
Yeah.
It's unreliable. I mean, if you can take a pitching wedge from here or gap wedge and just knock it in 5 feet every time.
It's consistent, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Time here.
It's a tight lie over a bunker. Says recording. Oh, you put me in there.
Oh no, I didn't put you on there. That's actually a nice lie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I just said there you go.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy the shot, man.
Oh, right.
So you got 60?
60. What I'm going to try here. Yeah.
Okay. I saw you going for it in setup. I was like, okay, let's go.
I'm trying the toe down.
So toe down.
when I had the yips, this was the only shot I could do.
Yeah, so it's like toe down, so it's level with the forearms, and
no wrist hinge, and like this way.
Okay. Try. So do that, but don't be as cutty on it, mate.
Don't be as cutty.
No.
Okay.
So think about cutty being steeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toe down, you're using the toe. Just hit a standard chip shot with that idea. Now go cutty.
Have that dog lie.
Put it on just a standard like bear lie, if you can
Like
find
that?
one. I mean, I think that's pretty dog still, but yeah, go on.
There. That's still dog, but.
So
that's that one where the
slide
toe
underneath,
which I'm fine with from there.
To be honest, it's not too bad at the end of the day.
I'm taking that all day long.
So let's now play. So rather than that one, let's play the wedge shot that you did over. No, go back to that.
Oh, back to here.
Yeah, go on. Let's make sure we can get it off that lie. So rather than that, go square with face.
Square.
Standard setup.
Sorry. Yeah.
Give me standard setup.
Oh, okay. With my normal chip shot.
Yeah. Bump ball slightly up.
Slightly up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
like middle to up.
Right.
Lots of weight
face.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really focus on here.
Yeah.
On trying to get, especially in transition. Yeah. Trying to get like chest through. Okay. Yeah.
But
and
lots
just let
of weight left.
club fall. Yeah. Hit a couple more like that.
Too short, wasn't it?
Did you hit ground first though?
I think it was about the same time. It just felt really short backswing.
Okay. Just like go like there.
Not as dog.
Where it's just like a standard bear lie, yeah? Not in a hole. Because in a hole you got to get steep. So
Bit draggy?
Yeah, back drag across the body. So I'd argue, right, so when we're in this position, you've got two options. You can either go standard chip shot, which is what you did there, you take your 20 footer. The other option is that you can get a little bit like kind of bunker shot with it.
You just have to commit to it in the ground.
Yeah, you got to throw it underneath the ball, yeah? And just chuck it pretty much at it. So if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna play that shot, I think like this one is okay. But you either want to play aggressive or you just want to play standard. If you want to play aggressive, that's absolutely fine. If you've got a really bad lie, that's a really, really, really bad lie.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking hitting ball now. I'm actually thinking hitting the ground first. I'm playing it like a bunker shot. It's like that shot there.
Oh, that's nice. That.
How
good is that? That's in.
But like
that was unreal.
But you see how I'm not actually.
And you didn't hit ball, did you? That was like someone would say you hit that
shot.
fat.
It's a bunker shot.
Yeah.
So like Ignacio Garrido taught me this. So like there.
That was ridiculous from there.
Yeah. So like there, you literally like you play it.
But surely with that swing.
But you've got it.
If you don't hit the ground, that's like.
Yeah. So you got to be aggressive down for it, and sometimes it might do that, but like that jumped. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one I hold, the next one I jumped, but it's up to you how you want to play it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can play it either. You can play it either way, especially when you get some dodgy lies. Bearing in mind, you can play this shot, mate, like a standard chip shot if you're striking it well. But open the face a tad, open the stance up. So I want you to be a little bit more like this. Yeah, in that left side.
Okay, so it's like
and
a
then
proper
play it
bunker
like steep and cutty, like a bunker shot.
Oh, I like steep and cutty.
There you go.
Actually,
A good amount of spin
easy.
like that, yeah.
That actually felt quite easy.
Yeah.
I've never tried playing this type of shot like that.
No, so everyone always goes a lot towards the ball. I use the ground a bit more, to be honest here. So I would say close up stance a tad. There you go. Because then if you open up stance, you've got to shallow out the hit shot.
Right.
If you close up stance, you've got to steepen the hit shot.
Okay.
There you go.
And even that bounce as well.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to see as well. When you dump it in the ground, it's not going to be the dunge, yeah? which that's the nasty one, yeah? Using the
Because
bounce,
when you
chuck it in
commit
the
to
ground.
it, you just have to commit to it, don't you?
Yeah, close up a tad, only a tad, because then you've got to work it harder left to hit the shot, yeah? There you go, that's nice, really nice. Oh, go on, do it.
Oh, I've never, ever thought about playing that shot like that.
Yeah.
It's always, if it's that tight, you think you've got to play it right back, or you do that toe down.
To be honest,
which does
like,
work.
I'd say that I can remember. So I was playing Lacoste Promesas tournament, and like a few of you, like all the one of the qualifiers, you get to play in a final, and you get to play with Jimenez, Alazabal, and whoever, like who was sponsored by Lacoste.
Yeah.
And it was Ignacio Garrido, and like Garrido was like, he was such a short hitter, such a straight hitter, but his short game was immense. So he comes on that. It was pretty much concrete. It was like Spanish hard turf. And he chucks the ball down and he goes, right, come on then, let's hit to that flag. It's a tight, short flag. And I'm like, mate, he ain't got no hope. And he takes this shot just like that and he spins it up to like a foot. And I was like...
You'd think off that though, trying to hit the ground, it would bounce.
So
you've got to use a wedge which has got like no bounce on.
I mean, if
that's only got 6.
Yeah, I mean,
because surely if I use that...
Wait.
Try it.
But what you do is you do it a bit closer to the ball. It's not going to be as easy, yeah, but you just get a little bit tighter to the ball, I'd say. Yeah. So I'm just getting a bit steeper on that, and then you get a bit more spin. So like you can do it with not anything, but you can do it with more bounce if you get it. And obviously it does depend on the lie. If it's a real shirty lie, then let's say it was in something like this, I'd most probably at this point just try and just get it over and get myself a putt. At that point, I'm just thinking damage limitation, because I've hit maybe a poor shot to get here, but I've been punished pretty badly for that poor shot.
Yeah.
But when we're in, situations like okay, let's say there's a tad of grass behind it, you still play it with a little bit of bounce, but you're just playing it kind of cutty and stoppy with it. Yeah, you can see how.
So say if it's not in that dog lie.
So you're saying like a bit like
say
up
if
here,
it's.
like,
well, see, these ones I actually quite like.
Well, I was going to say, like, those ones you can play like a normal shot.
Yeah. So if it's like that, where it's tight.
Yeah, so like the ball sat down a tad in that tight lie.
Yeah,
like there.
There, it's not off mud, but that's tight.
So you remember the first shot that you played over there?
Yeah.
When I said to you, I want you to put ball middle, open the face, and still hit low.
Is that's
do exactly,
what you'd hit from
exactly
there?
that.
So is that still that chip motion, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're still trying. Well, I would say here it's like in between the one that I've just showed you where you're hitting the ground.
Yeah.
And the chip motion.
Oh.
Okay, go again.
Dumped it. I released it, didn't I? Or I didn't commit to it. I got caught in the middle of.
I would say that shot was getting to impact and pooing yourself.
Yeah. I'd agree.
There you go, perfect.
Oh, that was going in as well.
Well, we'll never know. There's only one ball in the hole, mate. So, same thing again. Like, we just got to, you're up this golf shot, there's a time, you just got to commit, yeah? There you go. Just use that bounce on the bottom. And you're hitting great shots there, yeah? And I would say...
this is like a worst nightmare shot, really.
Yeah, again, well, it's a worst nightmare for a lot of people, but there's a time and a place that you just got to go, do you know what?
Man up and commit.
It's just a golf shot, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, really good, mate. Really just good use of the bounce there, good use of a club. And again, we go back to that point of playing golf at this point. Now,
yeah,
if I'm playing this golf shot,
technique, I'm just...
Yeah, if I'm playing this golf shot from, I'd say maybe that lie as well, I'm actually nearly playing near on a standard wedge shot, just not getting trappy with it here. I'm letting the bounce do the work, maybe open the face a little bit to let the bounce do the work, and I'm kind of playing something standard because you don't need anything more. Like, this is going back to that shot over there that I spoke to you about, that you don't need any more than a standard shot. Yeah, any more than a standard shot is going to put you, in my opinion, in a
potential danger, that one.
Yeah, it is, because you're trying to play something you don't need it. Like, let's say we get a standard lie here. I've got 60 degrees on my club. Now, if you're playing something with super, super fast greens, I'd arguably go there, and I'll maybe go a little bit more weight in the left, yeah? to give it a bit more of the pop and to give it a bit more of a stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you're playing the standard one and you do hit it a bit short, it's going to get fringe boosted and actually end up all right.
That's the way I look at that shot, is I want the bad one to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah? You want a couple more for me? But that one there, off the tight lie and doing the Garrido shot, it saved me more times.
Yeah.
Than I'd say.
Like that there is dog.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, play the standard wedge shot, knowing that you have the ability to produce low point where you want it now, okay? No, so not like that. So play it still.
Oh,
yeah, there.
Yeah.
You're still producing it a little bit more like that one over there, but we're not trying to flop it, yeah? There you go, man.
I can just feel the club sliding under it as well.
Yeah. Because you're a good chipper, yeah?
And these lies, I'm giving myself, are deliberately terrible.
I got a bad lie for you. I've just seen it.
Okay.
So
and even
good,
that
man.
one, I fatted, but it
so
was
good,
fine.
but so good, so good. Not every chip shot's about perfect strike.
Oh,
Downhill lie.
That is
Absolute tight as anything.
Right, let's
so
do
give me
your
the Garrido
Garrido
shot, yeah? Good. You got to be nice and hard and aggressive in that. There, yeah? Hit the ground. Don't be afraid to get into it, yeah?
feels like it's going to bounce off this, but
so if you feel like it's going to bounce, yeah? Get down it. Chuck the club right at the bottom of that ball. Don't need a massive swing, just need aggressive.
It did bounce.
Yeah.
That's
not
still
too bad.
right. I would
not
take
too
that
bad.
from that lie.
So all I want you to think about, if you're hitting that shot there, I mean, it's a horrible, horrible lie, yeah? Horrible lie. This is like things that, I might, let me have a 60. But you're just trying to, like, just chuck the club into it, yeah? And it is going to bounce, but you see how it was
nice.
just...
That checked out nice.
Yeah, but you see how it's just that stab at it?
Yeah.
There. So it's all bottom, really, but you can see where I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it like with a heel, where I'm like really chucking it into it. I might have to get more in these, I think I'm going to have to get these tight lies out more, mate. I need to put myself in these positions.
Well, the thing is, round here,
a bit better
that does happen quite a bit.
There you go. So it's like the best of the bad lie, but there you go. But do you see how I got it? It was like a pop of the wrist, yeah?
Yeah.
Pop of the wrist. Close. But you see, dunged it and you still managed to get it okay.
Just got a bit too far behind the ball.
Yeah, so when you get, and this, I'd say this is low point control, and this does take, there's a skill to this, okay? You've got to be aggressive at the golf ball. Not thinning it, but you've got to be aggressive in the fact that, like here,
It's
that
just
low point
behind.
controls to really fire at that golf ball, finding that golf ball in there, yeah? Don't be afraid of that. There you go, mate. Quality, really good. All that needed was a short swing.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Let's try it again.
I'm like Sevy now. We go out playing with Jack. You'd be like, have some of this, mate. And that's the interesting one.
That was a short one.
Sometimes you kind of get away with it.
They get a bit too short there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a short swing, but like that's the interesting one that Garrido actually said to us. He was like, it's funny that when you actually play the shot that you're supposed to, you get away with it more.
Yeah.
When like...
There's more room for error.
Yeah, like, I don't, it's a hard shot and it is a very, very tough shot, but when you get it, even when you don't get it, it kind of ends up okay.
Yeah. Well, even the one that bounced was still okay.
Yeah.
Just committing to, isn't it?
Exactly right. Poppy. See? That was even
a
hit a little bit of sand as well, yeah? Still coming out okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a tough shot.
Yeah.
Like I said, anything from here, and if you ever do get in a position where, again, let's say we're in that kind of lie, and you're in club champs and stuff like that, and you really do feel like...
See, that actually looks quite nice now.
This is good, yeah, this is a good lie. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're in a real tough position, don't ever be afraid to just get ball turf however way which you want, yeah? Nice.
Do it.
Oh, do it.
Oh, it didn't break.
Oh no.
Normally breaks from there. What about when it's really nice then?
Well, there's nothing to change.
You can just do whatever shot you want.
This is also why I said to you, you know, the ones that was like the ones that were a little bit tight.
Yeah.
It's also the point in there that I said to you, like, to be honest, mate, you don't need to change much, and you really don't. You really don't.
It's just play it the same.
Yeah, exactly. Like play exactly the same because you got enough loft.
That would be the one I thinned.
Go on, hit another one.
Out of all the dog lies, that one was that lovely, and I thinned it.
But doesn't that speak volumes about how you tried to play it, though?
Is that not just psychological as well? Because I find like a lot of the time the easiest chips are often the ones I do the worst, and like the ones where there's no expectation to even get on the green.
Yeah, the focus as well, and the pressure. Because it's a good lie, and you think, oh, I should be getting up and down from here. There you go. Lovely, mate. Oh, come on, he's got a hole.
Oh, that one broke.
You're not holding one, mate. You can be out of the night, you're not holding one.
Right, last one then. It's getting cold out here now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Right, that's sat lovely.
Yeah, perfect. So again, like, play your standard wedge shot, how we have been playing it. And like that one there.
That one I hit terribly.
But I know you damaged it a tad, but like you've got the lie to do it, yeah? So like when you're in that position, I'm kind of sometimes playing like a fat and run, mate. Tiger used to play them all the time. There's nothing wrong with fatting it from here, mate. You've got the ability to fat it. If you strike it well, amazing. But if you don't get it perfect, you know what? Like it doesn't matter. Yeah. I think, like, again, the big goal here is, I want to put it close, but let's give myself that putt. Let's give myself that opportunity from 10, 8 feet to have an opportunity, mate. Get one more.
Right, this one's a bit of a downhill lie.
So so ball's going to maybe shoot a tad right.
Okay.
But I would say here...
Would you change anything in setup apart from aim a bit left?
Not really. To be honest, I even sometimes on those lies aim square and then swing across my body on it sometimes. Yeah. Just to get like that ball turf strike. Yeah.
That came out nicer like that.
Yeah. And again, do you know what, this is all about experimentation. Like the more you can do stuff like this, I know obviously you can't just come out here all the time and hit different goal shots, but the more you can actually come out here and try and experiment. The only way I learned that shot is obviously someone showed me and then I practiced it. The only way I learned, that little turn in with a toe was actually playing, not learned it, but it was more a few years back. I was just playing golf and...
You just tried it?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing golf with, I can't remember who it was with actually. It might even been in a tournament. But I found like I was over a 56 degree and I wanted it to run, and I was like, I should play 52, but I wanted to jump over something. Yeah. There's got to be something in there. I was like, well, what runs more, draw or fade? Actually, no, I tell you what, it was Brett Rumford's caddy. I was playing with one of my friends and him, and he said to me that most tour players when they're hitting that shot aren't always looking for that like grab. They're looking for like a pitch, spin, roll.
Nice one.
Yeah, it was interesting that.
There you go. I just tried on that.
There you go.
Obviously not the shot to do it on.
No, but the thing is, you see how that roll? It's so easy to understand how it's going to react.
I suppose it makes you be more creative, doesn't it? When you know you're trying to hit that, you're like, right.
Yeah.
Just allows you to be a bit freer.
Use it.
And then I dump it in there.
But yeah, it's about practicing these things and using them and trying different ways, mate.
Because that's a bad habit of mine, isn't it? I get a bit too short, especially if I'm under pressure.
So you get short and then you lunge the grip.
Yeah.
And when you lunge the grip, then you lose the face, you lose the angle of attack. That's why like those high ones were so nice for you, because you just let the loft come into it.
Yeah.
But that's also why I think, to be honest, it's just allowing it to kind of work through.
It's committing to it, isn't it?
Oh, Harley's calling me.